Welcome back, everyone. I'm so pumped to have you here for this explainer of Claude Code version 2.1.198. Now, if you've been tracking these updates, you might be thinking, oh, it's just another patch. Well, actually, scratch that. This is a massive leap. We're talking moving from a simple copilot to a truly autonomous agent. Today, we're going to see how this update fundamentally changes your coding workflow, untethers you from all that manual oversight, and yeah, squashes a whole lot of bugs along the way. So get ready, because the way you interact with your code, it's literally about to change.
Okay, let's just quickly run through the agenda. First up, Chrome general availability and those new autonomous background agents. Second, the completely new dataviz skill. Third, model inheritance and AWS. Fourth, reliability and bug fixes. And finally, number 5, we say goodbye to the agents wizard.
All right, let's kick things off with a bang. Section 1, Chrome GA and autonomous agents.
Right out of the gate, if you've been messing around with the Claude and Chrome integration, you're going to be really happy to hear it is officially in general availability. No more hiding behind an experimental flag. It is a fully supported, shipping feature ready for your main session. It's stable, it's reliable, and it's basically ready to be a core pillar of your daily dev environment.
And this brilliantly illustrates the biggest behavioral shift in the entire release. Think about the old way. You'd launch a background agent, it would finish a chunk of work, and then it just stopped. It would literally sit there and interrupt you, basically asking, okay, what do I do next? But now, the new behavior is a real game changer. Agents launched from the Claude Agents view are completely autonomous. They auto-commit the changes, push them to the remote repo, and open a draft PR, all without breaking your flow. Let's break down exactly how this seamless background workflow plays out. Step 1, the agent finishes the code and just commits it. Step 2, it pushes directly to your remote. Step 3, it opens that draft PR. You know, you could be working on a completely different feature in your IDE, entirely untethered from this background process, and Claude is out there just handling the whole version control lifecycle for that task. You literally just review the PR whenever you're ready. It's a massive productivity multiplier. Now, obviously, if an agent is humming along in the background, you kind of still need to know what it's up to. So Claude Code now fires 2 new notification hook events, agent_needs input and agent_completed. This is fantastic because you can wire these hooks right up to your own custom alerting. You can have it ping you in Slack or Discord when a session actually needs your eyes or when it wraps up. Oh, and they also leveled up focus mode. Sub-agents launched during a turn now neatly tuck into your activity summary, and completed notifications just fold into a single count instead of, spamming your screen. It keeps the whole interface super clean.
Moving right along, let's dive into the newest tool in the toolbox. Section 2, the new data visualization skill.
Okay, if you're building UIs or dashboards, you are absolutely going to love this. The dataviz command is a brand new built-in skill providing immediate guidance on chart and dashboard design right there in your terminal. But the absolute best part? It ships with a runnable color palette validator. That means no more leaving the terminal, opening a browser, and plugging hex codes into some third-party contrast checker. You just run it locally to instantly validate your palettes. It's the whole shebang for getting your dashboard looking pristine.
All right, let's pop the hood. Section 3, Model Inheritance and AWS Support.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the Explore agent has been upgraded. In the past, the built-in Explore agent always ran on the Haiku model, completely regardless of what you actually had configured for your session. But now, it intelligently inherits whatever model your main session is using, though it is capped at Opus. So this means you're finally getting the actual reasoning power you asked for when you tell the Explore agent to map out your codebase.
And building right on that inheritance concept, it's not just the model type that gets passed down, it's the configuration too. Sub-agents and context compaction now inherit your session's extended thinking configuration. The practical effect of this is absolutely huge. You are going to see vastly better output quality on those delegated tasks, and when the system is compacting context, simply because it's using that extended thinking capability exactly the way you set it up for your primary session.
For the enterprise and cloud folks tuning in, Claude Platform on AWS, which is referred to as Anthropic AWS, is now officially available as an upstream provider in the gateway. Plus, they fixed a crucial issue with the failover chain. If you hit a model not found response, it doesn't just dead-end your workflow anymore. Instead, it gracefully advances to the next model in the failover chain, keeping everything moving nicely without you having to intervene.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 4, Major Reliability and Bug Fixes.
This update is honestly one of the largest foundational stabilization releases we've seen in a while, so let's rapid fire through these quality of life improvements. First, transient network errors, like getting an econ reset mid-response, now automatically retry with backoff instead of just aborting your turn. Second, say goodbye to ghost tasks. UI tasks won't get stuck showing running after they've actually finished. Third, and this is a lifesaver for AWS users, expired SDS tokens now trigger an automatic AWS auth refresh, so you are finally safe from getting dead-ended by that super annoying /login message. We've also got macOS no route to host errors patched up, the /diff panel now correctly refreshes when you switch branches or commit, and they upgraded to Highlight.js 11, which makes your syntax highlighting really pop with way better accuracy. Oh, and they smoothed out full-screen URL handling and symlinked rule loading. Just a massive, massive sweep of bug fixes.
All right, moving into our final segment, Section 5, Goodbye to the Agents Wizard.
If you go ahead and upgrade to 2.1.198 and start typing in your usual commands, you're probably going to stop and ask, wait, where did the /agents wizard go? Well, we have to acknowledge it. It has officially been removed from the tool. You're definitely going to notice its absence right away.
So the crucial point is how you adapt your workflow without it. And actually, the recommended path forward is way simpler. You now just ask Claude directly in your prompt to create or manage your subagents. Or if you're the type who likes absolute granular control, you can just open up the .claude/agents/directory and edit those configuration files by hand. It's basically a conscious move away from rigid UI wizards and towards natural language and direct file manipulation.
And that wraps up our explainer for today. I do want to leave you with this final note straight from the source. For the full breakdown of Claude Code and how it fits into the broader Claude ecosystem, the complete manual is at claudemaster.net. I highly recommend heading over there to dive into the details. Just think about it for a second. With these agents now automatically committing, pushing, and opening PRs while you sleep or grab coffee, how much more ambitious are your personal coding projects about to become? Thanks for hanging out with me to explore this update, and as always, happy coding.